What is up, guys? It is DrippinGrease. Today, we've got a new and updated Sniper Duels settings video. Now, this is going to be for more PC keyboard and mouse players. So if you don't have those, or you're not playing on those, I suggest you do so, because this is definitely a PC keyboard and mouse dominant game. Anyways, let's get right into it. So, let's go here to the Roblox menu. Click Settings. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Maximum frame rate. Mine's at 240. My PC can go to 240 and it kind of stays there. For Sniper Duels, some games are a little bit different, but for Sniper Duels, 240 is great for me. So, and that's the highest it goes for. It goes to. And then as far as, let's see, camera sensitivity, 0.42. Now, keep in mind, I have it at 0.42 for a good reason, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But right now, again, 0.42 for the camera sensitivity. Go down a little bit. Go here to graphics mode. I've got on manual, graphics quality, all the way up. This is entirely subjective to your PC. So if you got a high-end PC, sure, max it all the way out. But if you don't, you know, say you're struggling a little bit, maybe put it like 2. I wouldn't recommend going to 1. Put it like 2. If you got like a mid-tier, I'd say, you know, even mid-tier, I think you could probably max it out, but maybe try halfway. Just play around with the graphics quality, but don't go to 1. I mean, it's going to look so bad. Reduce motion, that's on. And then everything else is kind of just preference. Now, coming over here to the gear icon, this one's the Sniper Duel settings. A lot of this is going to remain the same. Disable shadows, disable materials, disable shell ejection, all on. Disable glass breaking. I like to watch glass break, so that's off. All right. Field of view, 110. That stayed the same, 110. Aim field of view. I had it at, I believe, 30 last time. We upped it to 48. So I can, you know, when I'm aimed in, I can still zoom in. So things look a little closer, but also I can still kind of see my surroundings a little bit while zoomed in. If you put it's like 110, you literally, there's no difference. The only difference is your scope pops up. So there's no zooming. And it's like, a lot of people ask in my streams, hey, how do you zoom in? And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I'm like, oh, I get it. You guys are at 110. And that's their issue. They're at 110. 110 aim field of view. So I've got that at 48. Scope hidden. I've got that on. You definitely want that on. All right. And then team characters, avatar. So they just look whatever. They look like whatever they've got on. And then enemy characters, classic. So they'll look like those little red noobs. If you go to the shooting range and stuff, that's what they look like. So if someone's got like a skeleton on or like a headless, it doesn't mess with your brain. So put that to classic. Disable camera animations on. Let's see. All of this, I don't think I diddled with any of this. Disable scope tilt on. This is entirely up to you guys. This is all preference right here. As far as the sound. Controls, I don't know why. Enable aim assist is on. It doesn't change anything because I'm on PC. Keyboard and mouse. Toggle aim off. Toggle crouch off. Toggle sprint off. Auto sprint on. I like that because it's less buttons I have to push. Some people don't. Aim sensitivity, 0.325. That's also changed, I believe. And then aim sensitivity FOV, on. Make sure that is on. And then these are kind of preference right here. All right, guys. So those are the settings for Sniper Duels. Now, when I was talking about camera sensitivity, so going back here, right? Settings. And then you go over to camera sensitivity, 0.42. The reason I have it at 0.42 is because I have my DPI at 300. So right here, 300. I've got really low DPI. I kind of feel like it's DPI, some people say it's preference. So, you know, based off what DPI you're using, you kind of need to adjust your camera sensitivity to whatever DPI you're using. So if you're using a higher DPI, definitely use a lower camera sensitivity. You're using a lower DPI, use a little bit of higher camera sensitivity. So I'm at 300, right? Liftoff distance, that's kind of like where your mouse sensor, like how far it detects like movement from, I guess, lifting it off the mouse pad. Debounce time. Oh, that's weird. It should be at 4. I don't know why it was up to 8, but I have mine at 4. That's like the sweet spot. That's where a lot of people want it. Polling rate. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what polling rate does, but I think it has something to do with your Bluetooth connectivity. I've got like a wireless mouse, so I think the higher polling rate, I guess the better connection you get from your mouse to your Bluetooth receiver. All right, guys, coming back to Roblox, I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet. I'm gonna go a little bit into depth as far as explaining DPI, the camera sensitivity, and then the aim field of view. So this is 300 DPI, right? This right here is like 800 DPI. This is 1600. This is 3200. So I think you guys can kind of understand what I mean by camera sensitivity and DPI, right? So I've got mine at 0.42 and 300 DPI. And then as far as like aim field of view, this one I get a lot of questions about on my stream. Everyone's like, how do you zoom in? How do you zoom in? I think a lot of people are mixing up these two right here. These two right here. Aim field of view, sure, max that out. Everyone does an FPS game, right? But aim field of view, do not max that out. If you put that to 110, you literally see no difference. You just see the scope, right? You put this to 48, zoom in a little bit, but not too much. That is the big difference that a lot of people, for some reason, I think they mix up, because I've had so many people come to my streams asking, how does your scope zoom in? I'm like, what do you mean? Does yours not? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, that's your problem right there. You probably changed your aim field of view to 110 thinking it was your field of view. Definitely don't do that. Unless of course, you don't care to be able to see people from across the map, then sure, in a sniper game. But, that's just my take. So, again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of the Grease Squad, and we'll see you guys next time.